did call at a Morrisons and I've got some kale and some parsnips from their Easter vegetable offer. You need a more card in order to get the deal, and they are 19p. And on the way home I've called at Tesco's because I remembered I wanted some bread, and I thought, you know, I fancy some really nice bread. And luckily this cheese bloomer was reduced from £2 to £1.18, and then to go with it, this lovely cheese from £2.70 to £1.70. So that's my tea, cheese on some bread and a cup of tea, I think. This is the last week for free tea and coffee at the libraries. It ends the last week in March. And I was going for a walk. Do you remember those cushions I got from the charity shop for 50p each last year? Well, I've been looking for some cushion covers. I've seen a few, but nothing that I really liked. And then I went for this long walk in the woods, and it was getting quite late, and I came across where people had used it as a dumping ground. There were mattresses, chairs, pillows, cushions, you name it. Anyway, these cushions had the perfect cushion covers that I'd been looking for. And brought them home, obviously filthy. I rinsed and rinsed and rinsed them. I thought there's no point in even washing them until I get most of the mud off. Do you know, it must have taken 10 rinses before I got them clean. And then I thought I'm going to soak them overnight. So that's what I've done. Soaked them overnight. Thursday morning, and I've woken up to just a trickle of water coming through the taps. I have about 5 or 6 of these empty milk cartons, clean and ready for such emergencies. I always have one that I rotate with water in. I rotate that every 2 weeks. Use the water, then refill it for such emergencies as this. I mean, the water isn't completely off, but I'm going to fill up what I can just in case it is turned off completely. I've filled the kettle. I've got 3 of these now, doing another one. Teapot's full, and I've got 2 spare ones that I'm going to fill and pop in the bathroom to flush the loo. So do have a few empty milk cartons clean, and then you've got them just in case. You never know what's going to happen these days. They took some getting clean, but I think they'll look nice. I had them soaking overnight, and then when I woke up this morning to the trickle of water, I've managed to rinse them. Took a while. At least it's done. Little bit of effort. All for free. Water's back on, thank goodness. Just shows you how you rely on things. Anyway, it was off for about an hour and a half. I don't know how long it had been off because It was off when I got up, and apparently it was a huge area that was out. And the flats upstairs, these are 2-storey blocks, they didn't have any water at all. So we were ushering water to upstairs. Anyway, back to normal for now. They dried quite quickly, really, to say that I'd washed them by hand. But it's been quite windy. Raining now though, but it's been quite windy. They're actually too big, are these cushion covers. I only need 20 inches square. So I just pinned out roughly 20 inches and then cut it out. And using my little old, actually I got this from an antique and collector's fair. Little old hand cranked miniature sewing machine. Works perfectly well. Sewed them up. And then once I'd got the cushions inside, I finished it off by hand. I'll just unpick them when I want to wash them, just one side. And here we are. I actually think it looks quite nice. Just the right colour. I do like reflective material that reflects the light. Because as I've said before, this flat is east-west facing and this room is east facing. So in winter time I don't get much light. So anything that reflects the light. Oh, talking of light, if you're in the UK, from the 1st of April, which is Monday, the energy price cap comes down. So it's time to read the meters, people. I take a picture and email it to myself in case there's any dispute. And my gas meter is actually outside. I have a separate gas and electricity supplier. Take care, people.